Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome to the first press conference for the Currie Cup for 2017. I think you're well aware of the panel and everyone in front. I don't need any introduction. There's been a lot of questions regarding the management team for the Currie Cup campaign. I thought we'd start off by announcing that. The head coach and also responsible for the forwards for the Currie Cup will be Nollis Marais. The technical analyst will be John William Meyer. The attack coach will be John Mitchell. The backline coach will be David Manuel. The defensive coach and also responsible for the defensive breakdown, Pine Pinar. Scrum coach Gary Botha. Team doctor Herman Rousseau. The physiotherapist Vernick Smith and Peter Duplessis. Team manager Tim Dulani. Kit master Elias Bennett. And then the strength and conditioning coaches Henry Shaw and Sean de Toy. And apologies, I forgot, Nollis will also take responsibility for the attacking breakdown. So that will be the management team for the 2017 Currie Cup. That's it from my side. Floor is open for questions.
Nollis, it must feel...
No questions. Yes, Ken.
It must feel quite weird, just 1 week after Super Rugby, Currie Cup starts, Super Rugby hasn't even finished. How do you sort of, does it feel weird?
Yeah, it's been, last year we had like a 3 or 4 weeks break and the year before that as well. So, you know, it's just getting off to one competition into the next one. But there's a lot of guys that played for that Super Sport Challenge Cup and they're looking forward to playing on Saturday, you know. So it's a new challenge, new beginnings. In fact, I think it's good, you know. We played the last 3 games at Super Rugby just for the pride, and now we're back in a competition where we can play to, you know, for other reasons. And guys are really looking forward to a good spirit in the camp.
Nollis, if you look at the team, it's a nice mix of. No, it's strange, eh?
Mooi Engels groeien, baie wel dat ek wil sê jy gee my altyd lip, ek en jy dan ek.
If you look at the team, it's a nice mix of Super Rugby players and you guys coming through, making the Currie Cup debuts.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good side. A lot of guys that played Super Rugby, also youngsters, but really it's a good mixture between youth and some guys that played, well, a young side. But it's a few of them have already got a lot of Super Rugby caps, so it's a very good side, I think, and it's going to be an interesting campaign for us.
John, as rugby executive, where do you see the Currie Cup fitting in the sort of greater scheme of things? You know, what's the importance of the Currie Cup for you guys?
Well, firstly for us, it's about getting our confidence back and playing well and playing winning rugby. That's number one priority. I think and that's very much short term every week. So we'll concentrate on that, and it's controlling the controllables within that. But the long term, I think we have a responsibility for player development, and we have a responsibility to develop our depth heading into next year's Super Rugby pre-season. So it's very much twofold, but the first one is our priority.
John, are players opening up to the new philosophies and the style that you're doing into the balls?
The players' attitudes are wonderful, and there's excellent energy. Only been in 3 days, and through the extension of head coach, I've been able to offer a few little new ideas and a few little tweaks here and there. So that's been good, and the guys are open to change and new ideas. But you know, you can't do everything overnight, and it's not about changing everything. It's just about updating our way, refreshing. And a lot of it's got to do with mindset and what we want to chase personally as a group.
John, team culture is such a massive part of success these days. Is it too early to ask you about that? Is that something you still sort of discovering here?
It's probably an overused word. It's probably a little bit undefined and misinterpreted by most people, or misunderstood. I really think it just comes down to how we go about our work, and about us having an obsession about what we do, and having a mindset around that, and making sure that our identity is always taken care of, and the fact that what we value we stick to, and that's really ultimately what we're about. We've had a little discussion around that area, how important that is to us, because those foundations will stay with us wherever we walk and wherever we play. So we're very mindful of that, and we're very conscious of that, and we'll pay a lot of attention to that.
Debut for the Bulls captain's armband, no pressure.
Yeah, it's the beginning of a new tournament. We're all excited. I'm honoured to be named captain of the team, and I'll do anything to serve this team and this union.
Nollis, if you look at Griquas, probably a team you prefer to play later in the competition and not in the first round.
Yeah, and I think
Kimberley.
they're excellent side. They've played well. Even on Sunday, I think a lot of people said Western Province ran away with the game, but it was little mistakes that they Province scored from, and they're going to be very difficult. They've played together the whole season, a well-balanced side, very physical. So in Kimberley, it's also always tough at 2:30 in the afternoon, but now playing at 7:30 in the afternoon, it's going to be in the evening. It's going to be a challenge, but they're a very good side, and you can see that in the results they had. They only lost 2 matches, one in the final, one before that against the Leopards, I think. They're a very good side.
I know there are a lot of Currie Cup debutants in the team, but how nice is it that the entire starting lineup have all played Super Rugby? So it's not as if maybe like the Lions and the Sharks and those sides, they're going to go into Currie Cup with weekend sides. I mean, this is pretty much a Super Rugby outfit that you.
No, I
putting
think
out.
it's very good for us. It's nice to have a good experience there. As I say, there's a lot of them still youngsters, but I have carried a Super Rugby experience. So yeah, unfortunately, we don't play a lot of those big unions now while they're playing playoffs. We play the Griquas, which is a difficult side, and then next week we got a bye, and then most of the teams are back to full strength. So that would not really have any effect on us. So I think the next match is after it's Cheetahs, and so they will play with their full side. So it's going to be the next 3 weeks going to be tough for us.
Just a word. Obviously, you've had to make 2 quite big changes at lock with Achia and Jason not available. Just a word on Abongile and Ruben and how you see them as talented guys.
Yeah, look, Ruben, he's played this under 20s. He made the calls for them there. Good experience. He was good on Saturday, coming off the bench. He was good there. Abongile has made calls for us, and mostly in the Super Sport Cup Challenge. They usually Abongile's natural position is not a 5. He's more between a 4 and a 7. But he's done excellently for them. We're giving him that role. And Irenay is also back, but he's out for this week still with concussion. So I think that between the 3 of them, it will be a good mixture. And also, we got Janus that we can play lock. But Abongile's been doing really, really well. I think that's a player that Saturday, even with the Super Rugby game Saturday, we found him in the morning and he came in and he played 7 and he was really, really good. I think I said a few times, really, really, really. Okay, Byron Killer.
John and Nollis and Boom will be available for special needs or one-on-ones, should there be any.
Unfortunately, I have a team